in the name of the Father, let the sermon begin. Here observing again, watching my mind spin, watching how time can turn enemies into friends, and friends to enemies.
Hey, West Coast drum scene, my name is Jay Deachman, and I'm here with the amazing Ray Garraway, who we just watched play with Chaos. Ray, how you doing, man?
Good.
Good. One thing, you and I have known each other 15, 16 years, like a long time.
Yeah.
I mean, we go way back. And the thing is one thing with your playing, nobody plays like you.
You don't like
Nobody plays like you. The thing, and the thing that like I was telling Tim Proznick earlier, our partner in this, that if I had to cover for you, I'd be scared like shitless, right? Because the whole thing is, who plays like you? Nobody. And the one thing that I hear in your playing, I want to talk about, is the use of space.
Oh, nice.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So like you really like make a point of not filling up the bar. Like,
Yeah.
So
Certain
drop
kind of what would you call obvious fill the bar times.
Yeah.
Right? Where you're like partially kind of.
and you leave out the hi-hat and that kind of thing. Where's this from?
You know what? It's from hearing programmed versions of pieces of music that are really well programmed, or pieces of music where you can tell that they specify to the drummer
Right.
a pattern like this.
Yeah.
And at this time, just do this, and it's gonna work every time. You know, the kind of the turnarounds in a song where you're like, that's not gonna be enough.
Yeah.
But then you realize it is enough.
Yeah.
It's just boom, boom.
Yeah.
Tit-tit. Boom, boom, boom. Tit-tit. You're like, how does that work? You're like, I'm banging.
And as you're playing the hi-hat, I notice you almost play the missing notes in the air, and then come down to the ones you want, and then play them in the air. So so you heard it electronically, and it evolved from there? Is that kind of...
Yeah, just me trying to adapt to what I heard kind of thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Especially with, because you and I grew up when they first started making electronic, like music,
Yeah.
Real drummer. You take like real drummers, Clyde Stubblefield, that kind of thing.
Yeah,
right?
man.
And start cutting them, pasting them, and making these great beats out of it.
Okay. Yeah.
So, but you're bastard like doing this. Like, this.
Well, I don't know about that, right? I've had a long time to hang with certain tunes, so you kind of hear a more figured out version of it.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, but I love that idea where you can get away with minimum shit, but it still sounds kind of intricate.
Yeah.
It still has an elegance about it, right? It still feels heavy.
It's a beautiful way of putting it.
Yeah, it still feels heavy, but...
Did you ever, so you went to McEwen?
Yeah,
correct, McEwen. Now, did you ever, when you were there, was that like your first taste of jazz, like deep jazz, or did that come from before?
That came from before that.
Because lately, I found when I was a kid and going to school and that kind of stuff, it couldn't, people were talking about Coltrane, people were talking about Elvin Jones and that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
But I find I don't get it. I'm 42 now, and I find now I'm starting to get it.
Yeah, exactly. It took me years
to get it. Yeah.
And actually feel the way that why it was beautiful.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It takes like a lifetime to get into those things in a way. You know what I mean? You start to get into it and you realize how vast it is.
It's a weird thing when it goes beyond technique, when it's not...
Exactly. It's all about how he's, how his body's moving. All that shit. It's like he's getting away with murder.
Yeah!
Because he
So I'm talking about Alvin, of course, with let's say Love Supreme, let's say the third track or something, and the kind of textures that he built within that. When I was watching you guys tonight, and there's some stuff on the camera that shows this, you've got percussion, you've got a DJ, and you've got yourself.
Yeah.
And, your sparsity.
Cluster.
Yeah, dude. And the sparsity, the way that you're kind of approaching it by leaving the space in between the notes and that kind of thing. I thought that was almost like together, the three you were creating that same kind of texture and chaos,
Yeah, cool, man. That's basically what I'm trying to achieve is that, where it feels tight and clean, but you're participating, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Journey, figuring out the beautiful ways to do minimal things that other guys do that you don't do.
Yeah.
You're like, just do this, boom, boom, boom. or boom boom, or you know, you're like, I never would have thought of that.
How do you guys talk? The three of you, is there somebody directing the tempo, or is it like how do you guys work that out? And I saw some songs that looked like you had the tempo. And you were counting them. I saw some. Obviously,
so there's other tunes
DJ
where we're playing off of his kind of spun thing, and then there's some that are no click.
Is your monitor a mess?
It's just like, it's uneventful, man. It's Dr. Beat, bro.
Yeah.
Oh, come on, Ray. Give me that funky Ray shit.
So you have to direct everything then?
Yeah, on certain tunes, yeah. Most of them, really, yeah. Not gonna move with them or something. I try to
all of a sudden
develop them all.
Politics.
Play in a certain way where that guy feels it. When he feels it, you zip him in with some other shit. You're in, you bitch. You put it down over his head. Yeah. That's it.
Yeah.
And he's like, yeah, I like that.
I mean, it's kind of the politics behind it, right? I mean, we all.
That's totally, dude. So they feel comfortable and then they start to play the way you want to without you telling them anything.
Yeah.
And sometimes it's just their impression of after the snare, how are the hats?
Well, now here's the thing. So, okay, so you're playing with a click, and again, like I've known you forever, right? So it's fun talking about this. But so you're playing to a click, and when I'm listening to you play, I'm hearing you push and pull with all three: the bass drum, the snare drum, and the hi-hat in different places.
Oh yeah.
You know, so the sound that you're playing to a click, like, is this just organic? Did it just kind of happen, or are you mentally going?
Some of it is kind of premeditated. You know what I mean? I want to play with the click in that way.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But a lot of times you're probably hearing me trying to catch up to the click.
Yeah.
I'm not fucking with you, right?
No, that's
when you hear that
real.
real pull, that's way behind the click. Where I'm like, okay, it's time to fucking abandon.
But that's for real,
and
right?
go. You know, it's like I love.
I don't want to take too much of your time. Is there anything you want to say?
Man.
You know.
I just want to say thank you, man.
Right on.
Yeah, thank you.
It's just a pleasure talking, my brother.
That's cool.
So, guys, thank you so much for checking us out. This is Jay Deachman with Ray Garraway talking to you.
Come
from
and take
Vancouver,
some
Canada.
lessons with me.
Yeah.
I don't know when I'll see you next.
Upside down here.